Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Snakeweed figure. Now, get a good look at him here in the packaging. Looks like there's quite a bit of assembly required for him, which you can see there, yeah, there's 6 different parts that you gotta snap on, which I wouldn't really call that assembly, but it's kind of odd how they always find ways to, separate the figures, keep them small in this, generic packaging size. Now, I don't think Snakeweed ever appeared in TMNT continuity before this. I might be wrong about that, but of course he appears in the first episode of the new Turtles cartoon. He's kind of a reoccurring villain for them, which is really neat. On the back of the packaging here, you can see some of the other characters from Waves 1 and 2, which is very nice. I believe everyone but Leatherhead is on this card. Yeah, Baxter Stockman and Snakeweed both have the same generic card back, but they came out in a set of 3 new figures with Stockman, Snakeweed, and Leatherhead, but Leatherhead's the only one with the new backing. But enough about the packaging, let's open him up. And here Snakeweed is out of the packaging. Much like the other characters we've seen so far, like Dogpound and Fishface, the back of the card shows a lot more paint than they actually get. Specifically with Snakeweed, the end of each of these little weeds was supposed to be the same kind of purplish, almost red that he's got on the inside of his legs here. So that's unfortunate, but, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't take that much away from the figure. His legs were the only parts that gave me any kind of difficulty in attaching, and you can see this one just doesn't want to stay in there. But once he's on a shelf, it isn't going to matter. Now, as you can see, a very nicely detailed figure. I don't think these back weeds actually move at all. No, they all appear to be permanently affixed. But other than that, the top 2 little antennae weeds can move left and right. The head also does some left and right, although very, very stiff. He's got a, I don't know if you'd call this an ab joint, but that's what I'm calling it. This ab joint does a very nice crunch. Can also do a full 360. His arms are on a ball joint. Also can go out to about here and do a full 360. And the weeds, actually his main little graspy part can do a full 360 as well, just like the weeds in his hands. His this again. Super glue has been my answer for everything lately, but I'm worried it might hurt that one. Legs can go forward. Okay, it's getting super glued. Forward and back, also out. And if you can get it to stay, there is what would function as a knee joint. So yeah, that's the only problem I have with this guy is that he's, the lack of paint really even doesn't bother me as much as, I wish this leg would have attached a little bit better. And I know other people that have bought this figure so far, and they've told me they didn't have this issue, or at least they haven't mentioned it. And once again, once you've got them on the shelf, it'll be perfectly fine. So, the TMNT line is running you $8.88 at Walmart, up to $10 at Toys R Us. These are probably some of the most fairly priced toys out there currently. Is there an open? Nope. Thought I missed a joint, but I didn't. I think these are great for kids and for us adults who grew up with the TMNT line. These are really nostalgic. Even new characters like this, really remind me of the old turtle figures that I had, and I love it. And for $8, it's just hard to say no to these guys. This is a great figure. I've seen the Baxter Stockman Leatherhead Snakeweed wave pop up in 3 or 4 stores now, mainly Walmart's. Snakeweed does seem to be the hardest to get out of them, but not by much. So that being said, if you're a TMNT fan, I definitely recommend picking this guy up. And that being said, this is JTrain997, and I'll see you soon, YouTube. Oh, guys, my bad. I also forgot to do a size comparison. Here's Leo. As you can see, Snakeweed is definitely a massive figure after all the connections. So, very nice. He's honestly still out of scale. He should be a lot bigger, but, so should a lot of figures in this line. But once again, I solidly recommend picking him up, and this is JTrain997.